What is going on?
How are ya?
I'm doing great.
Yeah,
How are you?
everything. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How have you been during all of this?
During the spinning.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, during my pirouettes.
well, I've been really good. I've been lucky enough to have a safe, germ-free studio space
Mm-hmm.
that I can go to
Good.
and make music inside of, and I get to leave my house. I feel like that's a very important psychological thing that I know not everybody is getting to experience,
Mm-hmm.
but just like getting to get out of that like little rat hole.
Absolutely. I've been doing the same thing. So we're in the studio right now.
Yeah, so you guys are, how long have you been there for?
So I've come in every day, and people
Okay.
are like, "Are you crazy? Why are you going into work?" But as you know, this is quarantine. Like I come in, we've got all of our stuff. I wipe down, and it's just me in here.
Yeah.
So nobody's in here, so it's fine and it's okay. And you're right, it's so healthy mentally just to get out of the house for 4 or 5 hours
Yeah.
and then go back. It makes a world of difference. It really, really does.
Yes, I agree with that.
So you have been busy. You got
Yes.
a new song called Zen with ex-ambassadors and grandson. Tell us
Yes.
about this. Tell us. We want to hear everything.
Yeah, so this song, which came out just less than a week ago, it's called Zen with ex-ambassadors and grandson. This whole thing came about in quarantine, was written, recorded, we did the video, like everything was created in the midst of this kind of new world order. And I know Sam from ex-ambassadors, and Jordan, we've collaborated. I've collaborated individually with them in the past, and we all like live in the same neighborhood in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And we're all just like friends. And basically Sam FaceTimed me a couple weeks ago and was like, I have an idea for a song with Jordan. Do you want to write a verse and be a part of it? And the song came together like probably in a day.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing between the three of us, and then everyone just loved it, and we were like, this feels so of the moment. I don't know if can I swear on this?
Yes, yeah, go ahead. It's Instagram.
Yeah. But it's like,
right
the chorus is just like, give me fucking Zen. I mean, it right now it just feels like, I don't know, that felt very resonant for me.
Absolutely. It's funny, and I feel like we come across this theme as I've talked to artists over the years. There are the songs that musicians labor on and take 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 months, 2 years to finish. And it seems like not all of them, but the majority of the great ones just come out of you, and they're out of you, and it doesn't take very much time at all. And it feels like that was the case with Zen.
Totally. And
Yeah.
I agree. I think a lot of songs that historically have resonated with other people, I mean, I think it makes sense. It's like if something resonates with you immediately and
Mm-hmm.
feels urgent, like that urgency will kind of transmit itself. So I'm just really stoked on the song. Honestly, like there's a lot of, you have to do a lot of bullshit in any job.
Totally.
And this song feels like the opposite of bullshit for me personally. I just like love doing it. Like immediately I had an idea for the video, so I directed that just because like honestly I loved the song and was like, well,
great. Well, yeah, I mean, how often do you, like a person in your position, how often do you get to write a song and just put it out? Usually there's this like big machine and wheels turning, and you have to wait 8 months and all that.
No, this was actually, yeah, there's usually an incredibly long lag time between when you make something and when it's out in the world, if you're not an independent artist. And yeah, so this was just exciting. We were just like, let's do it, and it all came together, and
Cool.
It was just really good teamwork, honestly.
Was this the first time you have directed the video?
This is the first time. I've sort of had like light directing roles on other videos, but this was one where I like wrote the treatment. You know what I mean? I did like those types of things.
Did the idea come to you after you had heard the song, or was it the sort of thing where you're like, I always want to do a video like this. This concept will work with a video like this?
This came to me once we had finished the song. I mean, you know, of course we have the constraints of we can't shoot a typical music video. So it has to be animated or computer generated in some capacity. And, you know, I just had this idea because to me, the song feels like it's about this very specific modern anxiety we have right now, which is like, you know, I think people have been anxious for all of human history, but it feels like right now, pandemic aside, you know, we are so aware of our own image and we're so aware of other people's perceptions of us. And there's like inundation of information and there's a lot of reasons to just be kind of like totally underwater and overwhelmed. And I wanted to represent that feeling visually. And, you know, in the bridge of the song, we have like a little section where it's sort of like, it's like the Matrix style computer typing at you like, hey, you, like you sitting there, are you lonely? Are you hungry? Are you horny? Are you scared? You know, and I don't know. I feel like that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you're just joining us, Flay is here. She has a new song out with ex-ambassadors and grandson. It's called Zen. She directed the video, which you can see now at alt987fm.com. Seems like you've been playing around with TikTok as well.
I have. I'm learning.
How's it going for you? I feel like a lot of people are swimming in those waters for the first time. Has it been okay?
Yeah, a lot of first time talkers. For TOK.
Do you enjoy it?
You know who's been who's been my TikTok mentor is Bishop Briggs.
Really?
She's like she's embraced
it. She's in.
Like she's dove in the fucking pool. Yeah.
Good. It's good. I don't know if we've talked about this. We haven't talked about this yet. We've talked about it a little bit on the radio Sunday night. You're doing something special for us here on Alt 98.7. You're taking over our local show close to home. How has that been going?
Wow, it's gret. I have to say, Harms, I may have found my second career.
Good. I'm ready.
I was like, wow, all of my skills are finally culminating. No, I'm prepping. I hope you guys find to be a really exciting hour. I've been recording some like new stuff for it. So there's like special versions of things. I've got interviews.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a real thing. So, and just trying to feature like some of my favorite, Southern California bands from past and present. Well, so that's really,
yeah.
Cause that's kind of my style. Like I like, you know, I love like a lot of the music from the 90s and like early aughts, but also of course, like a lot of the stuff that's coming out now from my peers.
That was going to be one of my questions. So we've done this with a few artists and everybody's kind of taken a different approach. Some bands just play their own songs, which is great, which is fine, which is awesome. Sure. Some bands like go super deep. There's been a lot of Jackson Brown as we've done this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, like, okay. Spoiler alert. There's no Jackson Brown.
And other people. So I mean, Los Angeles, especially the Los Angeles music community, is exactly that in so many different ways. It's a community, and so many people know each other, and that sort of stuff. And so a lot of people can just spend an entire hour playing their friends, and it is a great hour of radio. I knew that you would go above and beyond, though. I'm very, very excited because I still don't know what's coming, and it's happening on Sunday. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's been really fun, and yeah, I'm excited. So what time do we air on Sunday?
It's Sunday night, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so for everybody out there, 9 p.m. You'll hear this voice again. I know you're gonna tell people, but I'm just telling people.
Good. I'm glad. It's so hard to ask what the plan is because no one really knows what they'll be able to do but as best you can tell us, kind of how do you see yourself spending this next summer? Well,
and actually I'm muted on a Zoom studio session right now.
Oh.
I've been working on a bunch of new music, which I think I just figured out how to put out. The concept's kind of locked in my mind. So I'm right now just finishing up songs. I'm getting some friends to be a part of the songs too, which is really exciting. Play on them. And yeah, as I guess a tiny bit of a spoiler or a whatever,
Big scoop.
a big scoop, a huge scoop, is that especially for this kind of first new music, it's definitely a little bit back to my angstier, louder, rockier side because I don't know, that's my mood right now.
Sure.
You know?
Well, I will tell you, as a fan, that makes me very excited. As a person who's gotten to know you over years, I hope you're okay. Everything's okay.
Actually,
You
you know
good?
what? I've never been better, to be honest
Good.
with you. I'm in like peaceful angst.
Good.
Do you know what I mean? Like internally, I'm actually very good. It's
Yes.
just the world is freaking me out.
Yeah. Well, that's allowed. I think that's happening with a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
For sure. Thank you for taking the time for everything. Thank you for Zen.
Oh.
Thank you for doing this. Thanks for Sunday night, hosting Close to Home on, at 9 o'clock on Sunday. It is always a pleasure. It's always a special thing. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. No, I always love chatting with you, and I'm glad that you and the fam, everything's good. I'm glad you've been gardening.
Dude, don't get me started. This thing can only last another couple minutes. I have so much to talk about there.
Okay, well, we can do another
exclusive.
Instagram live about gardening. I know nothing about it.
Well,
I have
I'll let
two
you know.
orchids in my house that are dying right now. So.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about how to make that okay. We'll bring them back. We'll bring them back
Okay.
strong.
Okay.
Right,
well,
cool.
Thanks for having me. Hi to everybody out there.
Absolutely.
Hope you're staying safe.
Good to see you.
Okay, great to see
Good luck with
you.
that new music. Absolutely.
Okay,
Cool.
thanks, bud.
Yep. See ya.